speak up, will you?
What the?
Hey, don't be filming me over there. Oh, Jesus. Those of you who know me well know I don't like speaking in public, but for Steve, I'll make an exception. For those who know Steve, he doesn't like being the center of attention, but sorry, not sorry. You're going to have to grin and bear it as we get through this. But I'll tell a quick little story. So about 3 months ago, Steve calls a meeting with his team, sends out a meeting invite, and it just says his office, time, no delegates. Could have been anything. We've had tons of meetings like that, talking about something in construction or cost stuff or whatever. So we all gather in Steve's office, shuts the door, nothing unusual. And he starts off with, I've done a lot of soul searching. So my head's going a million miles an hour now. Well, what's he talking about? But I'm a simple guy, and I know he'd been wrestling with wanting to move out of his office and moving into C Tower, right? And I figured maybe he had a lot of soul searching over the weekend, and he's gonna move finally. And he's gonna move to C5, and we're gonna have to deal with that. Boy, was I wrong. Because he opens up with, I put in my retirement, and I am retiring on December 18th of this year. Where's Kevin Value? There he is. To quote my good friend Kevin, stunned silence. You can hear a pin drop and then some. I think I heard someone screaming in C Tower as we're sitting in A Tower. It was a shock. Steve was a little surprised that it was a shock because he felt that he dropped enough hints during the year. You didn't. It was a big surprise to all of us, to me and the rest of the guys and Loretta. Why is that? Because reality is hitting that Steve's retiring. Everybody retires. Excuse me. We're all going to do it at some point. Some of us in the room have already done it, and Steve's no exception. But a lot of us have worked with Steve for a long time, and now it's coming to reality. Steve's been at EB for 37 and a half years, and he's worked tons of different programs, different projects, different levels of management, engineering. I can go on for hours to everything that Steve's done. But if anything you're going to take away from this, Steve epitomizes the phrase 110%, right? Anyone disagree with that?
Nope.
No. Wants 120, but we're only going to get 110. And it's been that way since I've known him. I started as an intern in 1991. Yes, I'm that old. I don't look it. But I am.
Yeah, you do.
Sexy as hell, sir.
It's a trap. And as a 19-year-old sitting at a desk, after working at McDonald's and bagging groceries in my first office job, there was a desk to the left of me. Some engineer named Steve Moffitt, who I never saw. I heard about him. Other people I see in the office all the time, John Staller, I saw George was our supervisor at the time, Ed was our chief. Never saw Steve. Why is that? Steve was always on the boat, from what I remember. Steve swears I wasn't an intern in the department that year, which I guess speaks soundly about my presence on the floor. I guess I didn't leave a good impression, but anyway. Steve was never around. He was always on the boat. I remember during lunchtime, we'd always go outside, go to the 5,000 food trucks that were on Eastern Point Road, hanging out on the wall in front of the old soup ship building. Half hour was our time to go relax. I don't think Steve eats, because he was never eating. He was on the boat. He would come up, eat on the fly, grab a tech manual, look at a drawing, off he was going again. He's like this his whole career, 110%. Up until right now. He's retiring next week. He hasn't slowed down. He did his first director duty for this weekend. Walked how many steps?
25,000.
25,000. Went on every module, every boat, went to Quonset, went to every space. 110%, not slowing down. Here we are. So, I'm done talking. If you have a glass in your hand, raise it up. Wish Steve well. Happy retirement. We're gonna miss you.
Salud.
Cheers.
Oh, yay.